I get asked about beard hairs falling out all the time. And it makes sense, right? I totally understand because we care about our beards. We worry about the appearance. And when you see those beard hairs, whether it's on your comb or in the sink or built up at the bottom of the shower drain, we're all like, no, why? Because I can admit it's hard to understand losing those hairs on a daily basis, which upwards of 35 to 50 can be totally normal and fine. Our brains can't understand that group of hairs removed from our beard. How does it still look good? I'm gonna lose that many tomorrow. How many is that at the end of the week? Right? Don't worry. Chances are it's perfectly natural, totally fine, but there are 3 levels to hairs falling out. The first level, good, normal, you can't do anything about it. Second level, starting to develop a problem here. Third level, you have a full-fledged problem. We need to address it, but we likely can fix the problem. And those 3 things would be shedding, premature shedding, and breakage. Now I'm going to break all those down today and tell you the differences of them. I've actually covered all 3 on the channel before in videos and live streams and different kinds of ways, but I thought having one video that talks about the differences of those things dedicated could be a useful resource for you guys. So if you're excited to dive into this information and learn a little bit or get some reminders, please take a quick second, hit a thumbs up on this YouTube video for me. That really does help out. And if you want to go even farther than that, help even more, if you're not already, consider subscribing to this channel, Dan C. Bearded, if you want to learn more about beard care, and continue to be subscribed if you already are. Shout out to those that keep coming back to watch the videos. You guys are amazing. It really does drive this channel and this passion. I will never stop as long as you guys keep showing that love and appreciation. I got you covered and we'll keep helping beards. So to begin, let's talk about shedding. Shedding is natural. You're going to lose hairs. Like I said, 35, 50 hairs a day can be totally normal. Every hair on your body has a life cycle and it's going to shed. That's just how it works. Some areas are shorter. My beard hairs on my cheek shed at a much shorter length than on my chin. It's just how it works, right? My arm hairs are shorter than my back hairs. Don't get me started there. But the way you can tell if you have natural shedding is if you get one of those hairs, on one side or the other, there is going to be a white bulb, a little buildup, a little like nugget on the end that is white. That doesn't matter the color of your beard, the texture, it doesn't matter your ethnicity, none of that. It will have a white bulb on the end if it is shedding. That's the process it goes through. Okay, that's fine, that's normal, don't worry about it. Your shedding rates can even fluctuate with the seasons. If you drink less water, you're probably gonna shed more, and it's still okay as long as you pick that drinking back up and don't make it a habit. So number 1 is shedding, don't worry about it. White bulb, good. Number 2 is premature shedding. It's still shedding, but it's coming out earlier than it was planned on, earlier than it was supposed to be. And you can tell that difference if, when you pull the hair, you look at the end, there is a bulb, okay, premature, but there's some color to it. Whether it's half black and half white, whether it's a really dark bulb, that means it was not fully through its cycle and you got rid of it too early. This can happen from like over-aggressive grooming. Very common. As men, we comb through, we get a snag, we're like, oh, I'm a man, I'm gonna muscle through it. Don't do that. When you do that, you're pulling it out a little bit too early. That can cause infection, that can cause problems to the follicle and prevent it from growing in the future. So just simply, if you hit a snag, get down, oh, snag, release, go back again, nice and soft, nice and easy, nice and smooth. Other things, dehydration. A major source of premature shedding comes from stress. When you worry from the inside, it's gonna start to reflect on the outside. So you wanna make sure you're drinking enough water, getting your exercise, great diet, lowering your stress, all of those things. But that key point is, if there is a bulb and it has any darkness to it, it's premature shedding. And then the third one, the bad one, is breakage. When you pick up those hairs, if there's no bulb on either side, that hair broke off somewhere on that hair shaft. That's not good. Never ever good. The only time that is okay is when you are purposely trimming, right? If you go and trim your beard and you pick up those fragments of those beard hairs in the sink, they're not gonna have a bulb because you cut them. That's okay. But if you just are combing and you're like, man, I don't know this bulb thing Dan's talking about, I don't have any of those. Chances are, if you were to go look at the ends of your hairs, there's probably gonna be some breaks and some splits in there from where that hair broke off. That's not good. That's a serious sign of an unhealthy hair. and likely an unhealthy beard. All those things we talked about before, just as important. Usually that's a sign of something internally off. Your health is not well at that time and your hair is going to show it. You can also do that with using too much heat, holding it on for too long or too hot of a temperature. Recommendation, don't go above 365 degrees. It also could be a sign that you didn't use oil before. There's videos and blogs and stuff floating around the internet that say don't use oil before heat. That's just wrong, right? There's a lot of things where it comes down to personal preference. That's not one of them. If you're going to use heat on your beard, use oil first. Always. That's going to protect the hairs. Do not use heat on your beard without oil. Again, that can cause breakage. You can be using the wrong combs. I call them the funeral home combs. The ones that are the cheap plastic black ones. They're pressed together. They got these sharp little edges and they're just going to cut the hair in half. That's not good. If there's no bulb, you have a problem. What do you need to do? Figure out the cause, all those things we mentioned, and make those adjustments. If there's any damage, trim those off and let that regrowth come back healthier than ever. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Shedding, white bulb at the end, good, normal. Seriously, don't worry about it. As crazy as that sounds, as hard as that is, it's just gonna happen. You will likely get used to it as you go along. Second one is premature shedding. There's some sort of pigment or dark color on the bulb. Let's look at your water. Let's look at your grooming. Just dial it back a little bit. Third one, breakage. The hair broke. We got a problem. Let's fix it. Okay? Whew. Hopefully, above all, this is going to ease your mind and say, all right, I know I was worried. I'm not alone. I'm good. And if not, maybe we have a plan. And if you guys don't know what's going on, reach out to me. My information is in every video. Instagram, Dan C. Bearded. Email dan_command@yahoo.com. I will walk you through it. I am happy to do this. I've never charged anybody for help. I've never charged for a video. I love helping people. I believe when you put free help out there, good things come back to you eventually and in different ways. That's my promise. You guys reach out if you need help with your beard. I promise I will listen. I'll give advice. We'll work it out. Let me know what questions you guys have on this topic, what experiences. Please, I know there's some of you out there that have experienced premature shedding or breakage. You made some changes. You saw some improvements. These people need to hear from you. They need to learn from what you did, what you figured out. This should be about the community, not just what I'm saying. So please get involved in the comments with your experiences through comments and through your questions that can maybe drive a deeper conversation, maybe inspire a new video. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching today. I will get back to every single comment. That's my promise. Dan C. Bearded. Please stay bearded and stay positive.